Welcome to the Three Fat Truckers, episode 104, released June 8th. We're live tonight on Facebook. Join us, please. Email us your thoughts, show@3ftpodcast.org, show@3ftpodcast.org. Like us and share us on all the socials. We are commonly found on Facebook, Twitter. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. I'm Leah, the girl co-host, here to introduce the guys you've all been waiting for. Here's the Three Fat Truckers. Bill, go ahead.
How's it going, everybody? I'm Bill.
And this is your little buddy Dave, sitting here in my brand new studio.
Hey there, little buddy.
Did you go on a diet that your little buddy?
I did. I made the room bigger so I look smaller.
Which one of you told him he was little buddy?
Nobody.
Nobody.
I think he was at a glory hole, and that's what somebody said. Hey, little buddy.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
my
we
goodness.
told him last week he needed a wide load sign.
Yeah.
And there it is.
And I'm Steve. Enjoy the show, everybody.
Dave, did you go to the truck stop and steal that off the front of some poor schmuck's truck?
That's what I would have done.
Yeah, I stopped there at the Pilot there in Fort Wayne, and it was on a house trailer, so I snatched it real quick.
No way. Did you really?
No, I
House trailer.
No, it would have never been that clean looking.
Yeah.
Those things.
Every
are-
house trailer I've ever seen with one, they're hanging halfway off, trailing behind them on one side. So.
Yeah, tore
If I
up.
could move the camera over, it says probably 16-foot wide load, on some of them.
Oh, that's what you need. Oh, go ahead, Malia.
With what?
Did you invite? Did you introduce yourself? Like you're
Yeah.
not the only reason.
Oh,
that
yeah.
comes?
I do at the beginning. I'm Leah,
did
the
at the
girl
beginning.
co-host.
Oh, I guess I'm just off in my own
Here
little wilderness.
introducing the guys you've all been waiting for. I'm not the important piece. You guys are.
Hey,
I don't know about that.
It depends what you're talking about.
Hey guys,
That
just to
was-
let everybody know out there in Radio Land here,
Radio Land.
we're doing this live every Saturday night. So
Hey.
we're trying to work out some bugs and get stuff. Bill's got problems right now. I got a computer that just crashed. I got a blue screen. So
You guys are truckers. Of course, you guys
we're
got
truck
problems.
drivers, not engineers, and we're doing the best we can. Apologize for any delays tonight. So
And for those of you that catch us tomorrow at 3 o'clock when this drops, the recording,
we'll sound beautiful.
yeah, of course. We do still have the text number that Dave monitors throughout the week. If you want to shoot him a text or whatever, he'll be glad to give you a smiley face or whatever he does.
Oh,
I
no.
haven't heard yet, but the number's 260-300-0342. That's 260-300-0342. Well, everybody, I was going to say gentlemen, we got the girl. How was everybody's week? What'd we do, Dave? Where'd you go?
I went to Texas this week, and I actually did a couple interviews this week. I got on with the old Steve Summers overnight drive and talked to him one night. I think it was Thursday night. I got my butt up early and 2 in the morning, and I was trucking and got to talk with him. And then we went on XM Radio Wednesday, and me and Bill got to talk to Mark Wilson, I believe it was, on XM. So we're out there tearing up radio world. So
Are you getting bad audio there, Bill, from him?
Yeah, I'm trying to fix it, but it ain't.
He fades out once in a while.
Well, he's using Chewy.
Chewy!
Isn't that?
How was your week, Bill? Where'd you go?
Oh, let's see. I started off going to Muscle Shoals, Alabama, which is kind of like a suburb of Florence down there. Came back, grabbed and switched trailers, went up to northern Ohio, came back, switched trailers. No, came back, loaded for Columbus, Mississippi. So, yeah.
So you've had your fill of barbecue this week, I imagine.
I've not had a
What's
drop.
What the
Thank
heck?
you very much.
Are you a non-barbecue?
No, I'm definitely not non-barbecue. That's. I think the timing was just not good at any time going through there, and I'm regretful. But a couple places I knew of that I do like, I won't name them here, but they were just not open when I got through there. I don't know. That might just be an excuse, but yeah.
How was your week, Malia?
It was good.
No juicy stories. No.
Oh, I scrub toilets for a living. I
I
mean,
know.
what
but
kind of
was
juicy
there any?
story am I gonna give you
Well,
on that?
you'll see later on the stuff that I pulled up here.
No,
'Cause we're going to cover truck stop restrooms later.
nice, nice. No, I had a good week. I just mostly work. I cut back on my schedule a bit, so
Good.
Sounds like a
Well,
shitty topic.
I was enlightened by Mr. Dave here that old dogs do learn new tricks, Bill.
Oh,
Yeah, that our old buddy Dave is a social media king now. He said that he heard some praise from some nerd he knows about telling him how such a good job he's doing on the social media. Who was that?
oh, I gave him a little bit of love on one
Look
of
at
the
his
other
face. Look at his
shows.
face.
Yeah.
Bill. He is lit up red.
Well, it's
happy.
true though. I told everybody over there that the show, if the show is anywhere right now, it's because of Dave and his.
Persistence.
Well, he does a lot more of the outgoing stuff than I would ever do in an entire lifetime. That's just the way it is, and if we get to be anywhere with this, it'll be all because Dave
On his shoulders.
Yeah.
Well, on the golf cart pulling behind him.
Wide load. But yeah, I told some guys because they were I don't think they listen to the show. It's not their demographic, but they were curious as to how big of an audience
that's our demographic.
Yeah,
That's
well,
polite. That's polite way of saying we're not their cup of tea.
probably not. I mean, you wouldn't listen to their show, so I mean, it goes either way.
Yeah, but
Dave listens to their show.
But I would just say it like they're not my cup of tea. I'm not a
yeah.
tech person.
No, you have tech support.
I just
me
watched
a little
Wild
game,
Hogs, and Bill
Dave.
reminds me of the dude that got that apple tattoo. Like he's that dude. Like he's like, I
The
got-
day you see an apple tattoo on me,
well, you might not get.
give me a little
apple,
gain,
but-
Dave.
Give you a little gain.
Yeah,
Is that a little better?
that's a little better.
I
Yeah,
can give you a little bit more.
that's good. Anyway,
Okay.
Well, anyway, I want to put out there it's truck show season. We started off the year there at Matt's at Louisville, and we had a great time there. There's a couple little ones here and there we're going to try and hit. I think pretty sure we're hoping to hit Iowa 80 again this year. I'm going to try and make it. The boys made it last year. There's another one coming up in about 2 weeks up there, the Blessing of the Trucks in Goshen, Indiana, which we'll be at. And then we got one coming up next weekend here that me and Malia is going to try and hit down here in Calhoun, Georgia. Bonehead Truckers Car and Truck Show in Calhoun, Georgia, June 13th and 14th. It is a fundraiser for a driver that fell short on his career as far as driving truck, got a bunch of ailments and a bunch of medical bills, and he's not doing real good. He's got a couple little kids and are doing a GoFundMe page. I'll give more information towards the end of the show on that one there. But me and Lilia's hoping to be down there. Whatever shirts and stuff I got left we sell down there, we're going to donate all the proceeds to the guy they're raising money for. So come down. You can make a show. Anybody down around Calhoun, Georgia, come check us out. What we got for news here?
well, let's see. We've got looks like forklift operator killed in accident at distribution center in Oregon. This is by Ashley over at CDL Life, I assume. I don't see it anywhere, but nonetheless,
I
If it's
was
usually
trying.
Ashley, it's always CDL.
I was trying.
he was trying like hell. They didn't want to hear my mouth.
No, the computer literally crashed. I'm like, oh, man.
No, those things don't happen at all.
Yeah, my Linux computer just let me down for the first time ever.
Well, all right. Forklift operator killed in accident distribution center. Police are wow, this is all over the place here.
I didn't have time to clean it up yet. I'm telling you, I'm
Police-
struggling.
I am going to put this on the website as it
No,
is.
no.
Yes, I want people to see what we go through.
That's That's just ad space we could be filling.
Oh God.
No, that's ad space I took out, so you didn't have to
gotcha,
see it.
gotcha,
That's why
gotcha.
there's big gaps there.
Oh, okay. So police are investigating a fatal accident that took place at a distribution center in Woodburn, Oregon this week. The Woodburn Police Department was called to the Winco Distribution Center shortly before noon on Wednesday, June 4th. Forklift operator Christopher Ryan DeJesus.
De Jesus.
Hold your jokes. Christopher Ryan De Jesus, 39, was pronounced dead at the scene. What the? I'm gonna stop doing that. Investigators believe that we're gonna do it again, huh? DeJesus was still inside of a container when it was moved by a semi-truck driver who was apparently unaware of the forklift inside the container. This caused the forklift to fall from the container, leading to the death of DeJesus. The truck driver remained on the scene and is cooperating with police. Both DeJesus and the truck driver were third-party contractors, that is, according to KATU. Now,
I think we should have went with De Jesus because every time you say the Jesus, it reminds me of the balls.
I feel like I should have been singing that. DeJesus.
Oh,
That's us trying to make something like this funny. It ain't working out.
no, but can you imagine being in that thing when it pulls out? And
That's a nightmare scenario in this line of work right there. The whole pulling
well, it
away.
always makes you nervous on a van trailer if somebody's not in it when you're ready to pull away, even if you got a green light.
So yeah, what, the red light was out that day, or was it an open dock? You know, they don't have the details in this.
Do you know how many places just don't have lights?
They don't have those, or they got them and they don't work. They'll work when they first put them in, but then they get ran into by trucks backing in, whatnot.
And they don't know how to change a light bulb.
Yeah, the simple shit.
Some of it.
But
So, have you ever had that happen to you, Dave? Somebody tell you to pull out of the dock and there's still somebody in the trailer?
No, but I seen a TikTok this week about a lady that was at a FedEx dock, and their rules say they can't hook up to the trailer till the door is locked and sealed and the overhead door is closed. And she walked back there. The trailer was locked and sealed. The light was green, but the overhead door was open 1.5 feet, and she refused to hook up to the trailer because the door was
that's their
not
policy.
shut.
That's their policy.
And she says,
Exactly.
and would sit there for like an hour and a half and said, I can't get a hold of nobody, and I'm not hooking up. I'm not losing my job.
And it doesn't matter. She's getting paid sitting there anyway.
I would hope so. But
Have you ever seen that? Either of you, have you ever seen that happen?
I've been to places where somebody told me that it happened like a day or so prior. I've not been around when somebody got killed because of it. Because
I haven't been where it's where they pulled away, but I have been places where a forklift will pull in the back of a trailer and it tips it up
that I've seen.
the front off the ground,
yeah.
and the forklift, just bottoms all the way out.
Yeah.
That's usually it's because when they ask you to slide your tandems back before you back into the dock, well, there's a reason why.
Yeah.
Because if you're going to drop it, they're going to tip the trailers up. They're all the way forward.
And of course, we went to the complete extreme as everything. It's supposed to be, the rule is when you're not hooked to a trailer, the tandems are supposed to be slid to the back. But if you're hooked to a trailer, you shouldn't have to slide your tandems all the way back because unless it's going to pick your truck up, and then the load's a little too heavy no matter where you put it in there. So, but shippers cover their ass. They gotta protect themselves.
Well, that's OSHA. That's not so much shippers. It's OSHA. Maybe. Well, the shippers can fight with OSHA over anything. So.
Yeah, it used to be the union. Now it's the government.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, unions used to control all that. By the way, Malia, your bulldog's looking good on your hat, and I still
Looks
got
like
your
he's got his leg up peeing on something, don't it?
No, but I got her Kenworth hat here, and I keep forgetting to give it to you.
Well, yeah, and if anyone wants me to wear their hat, they just got to send it because I will.
That's right. Yeah, we never
Oh,
thought.
Steve,
Yeah.
how many hats did you get at the truck show last time?
Oh, quite a few and some
Quite a
sign.
few.
I got to
Yeah.
start wearing them. I got the trucker's body shop I'm going to wear next time.
Well, looking behind you, I see a pair of yellow boots.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Are those strategically placed?
No, but they should. They look like, yeah, they look like it. No, I
Are
wore
they-
them recently.
Are they made for walking? That's just
There's a
what
song
they do.
about that.
What was that girl that was
Nice.
in the last one?
Last one. We talk about last one. What?
The original, the movie, the last movie from
It
Boots.
just these jokes write themselves.
Yeah.
You're thinking like Austin Powers or something, aren't you?
Yeah, there was a movie come out, and it was these boots were made for walking, and I'll think
It
of
was
her name
Jane
here.
Fonda that was in the
No,
original.
that's the
that
original.
sang it. Yeah.
Right, but no, there was a movie come out,
And I'm
she.
telling you that, and it's how old does that make me?
Well, yeah.
Thinking of that, I mean, that's before my time. Even.
By the way, we ought to give a shout out because in case he listens, Clyde's birthday is today.
Yeah. I was going to say something about that before we got done.
Yeah, he's leaving today
You'll
for
never know.
California.
Because he never watches a show.
He don't watch
Oh,
it.
I
no,
got to say hi to
no,
Richie,
no.
too.
He does
'cause
listen
said
to it.
hi
When
to
we
me
trash,
on the-
when we
Hey,
trash talk
Richie.
him, he catches it.
Yeah.
Somebody tells him.
Well, when
Oh, I make sure he
Malia
knows.
when Malia reposted on Facebook, that's when he gets it. But he won't. He don't make
Okay.
time to do it.
Speaking of Facebook, Dave, we went over this in the past. You know people that I know, and I'm like, how does he know them? How the hell do you know Bruce Bumgardner? His birthday was just the other day, and there's a thing from you said, "Happy birthday, Bruce," and I'm like, how do you know him?
Didn't he? I think he worked at the landfill one time.
I don't know. He used to work for Fox.
Oh,
He's a
well, that's how
bull
I
hauler,
know.
bull
Well,
hauler
and
now.
some people just Facebook you because they see
Well,
like
yeah.
No,
I
no.
get Facebook things after I meet
Dave
people.
had his
like,
last
briefly.
account. How many followers did you have, Dave? Like 10,000 or something?
5,000, and I got it back.
5,000.
I'm on it now.
And I would look at my stuff, and they say it might be somebody, somebody you know, and one mutual friend, and that one mutual friend every time was Dave.
No,
And it
I
could
know
be
him.
somebody that was 20 years younger than me. I'm like, how do you know so and so's kid? And he's like, oh, and he's got a story, if he can remember about it. But yeah,
I do remember because Fox, they did all our work when we they put ourselves in the landfill. So I got
Yeah.
to know all them guys.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
I don't
oh
know.
well.
It is odd.
Well, and the
like-
more you guys do this show, the more Facebook requests
Yeah.
you'll get.
yeah.
I started getting more when I started doing this with you guys.
Oh, we're blowing up
We
right
know-
now on
we
TikTok.
know
I
why
don't
you-
say yeah to them all because I don't really quit. Some of them are like, I don't know.
Some creepers like Richie.
I have no
I didn't say
idea.
Richie out loud, did I? He's out here. He's like, there's hot lips.
Yeah.
You talking about Mr. Canada Workman
Yes, sir.
or work?
Go
What's his
ahead.
last? Yeah, I said
Yeah.
Workman.
I
What
sure
is it?
appreciate everybody being in the chat because I gave you 20 minutes notice. So I'm like,
Hey, I've been announcing it all week. Everybody knows.
Yeah, he
okay,
has.
yeah.
That's right. This is
Oh,
this is
good.
That's why they're going to start expecting us to be ready at 7.
Did you
7
see?
o'clock, not 7:10.
Did you see
And-
in the chat where Richie said, "Is Dave like the Dave and the Pope joke?" And I said, "Yes,
Yes.
yes."
Don't be a Dave.
Everybody knows Dave.
Yeah, as you
That's disgusting. Yeah. Everybody does know Dave.
I know you mentioned this already. I'm going to go ahead and reiterate it. We are going to be starting now live streaming every Saturday at 7 p.m. So it's going to be a regular thing. So just count on it. And then if it doesn't happen, then you can ball us out
If
afterwards.
it doesn't happen, we have technical difficulties.
And that'll all be my
No
fault.
problems.
Yeah.
Well,
No, we've all had where internet's gone, internet's
Yeah.
down.
next week will be a
I've
special.
not lost my internet.
Yeah, quit rubbing it.
That's
in.
because you don't live in you don't live in them thar hills.
No, 'cause I
Next
didn't get
weekend,
my
we're gonna
way.
be
I
a
live in the
test.
city.
Well,
A test.
yeah.
I'll hold up you two because those two are going to be out of town doing
gonna
remote.
be live.
And it'll be me and Bill, and they're going to be coming in. So it'll be a good test
We're gonna
on.
we're gonna try and remotely put it through somehow. So
Yeah.
Eventually, I'm going to get TikTok streaming because it told me I needed a Windows computer to do that. So I built a Windows computer. It's over here to my left, and I'm trying to get that working, and Dave changed the password on me, so now I can't get on the TikTok account. So, and now I've tried too many times, so it's locked me out. So yeah,
You know it's barbecue 1, 2, 3. Come on.
4.
That's what all
1,
our
2, 3.
oh, wait, don't
Yeah, you gotta get the 4.
don't tell everybody our password.
Oh,
Oh my.
No, what I need is a damn backpack that's got like 2 truck batteries I can run everything off of, be remote with an antenna up here and goggles and like, come on, Malia, let's go.
Can't you
Let's
put that
go
in your
interview
wagon?
This person.
Can't you
I
put
do
that in your
have the
wagon?
wagon. Well, I'm gonna bring a 10 by 10 canopy too. He said he's got one down there for us, so we'll see when we get there.
Then you better take a chair.
We're gonna take some chairs. I can tote them in the wagon.
So
We'll get a table and a few other things and try and set up maybe a little bit.
Sounds
down
like I
there.
better get my own wagon.
unless you want to share it with him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you keep eating that dessert the way you do, you're gonna have one behind you.
Don't even worry about it. We're not going to say nothing either when it
I don't
happens,
care.
which it will happen. It's going to happen. It's
Once you get a little older,
and everything starts slowing down on
As
you.
much as I walk, I highly doubt it. I don't.
Yeah.
I run. I walk all night.
Hubris.
I run janitorial.
she, I told you guys the story one. She says, "Hey, you want to come help? Great. All I need you to do is just vacuum. That's no big. I look like I just come out of a gym after 8 hours of working out, sweat pouring on me, just running a vacuum."
you do that after a hoagie from Firehouse.
Well, I do. That's only going back to the car. But this was 7-8 years ago.
No, so you can imagine what it do to him now.
I challenge all of you to do one night with me. And
You win.
Been there, done it.
You win.
Uncle.
It is a workout. It's
Uncle.
not just cleaning like people think.
Well, it's like truck driving. You're just sitting there driving all day. What's so hard about your job?
That
No,
just
you're not.
I don't respond to that crap because
Okay, I seen a reel or video, TikTok, whatever. There was a guy from, remember what company it was, and it wasn't Covenant.
Don't mention them. Just go.
But anyways, they were being interviewed, and they were saying the driver was saying that a truck driver makes 80 decisions every minute. So when you're in traffic and stuff, they're like, think how much, and that's in normal driving. When you're in traffic, think how much that doubles, triples, quadruples.
Puts his
And
phone
then they
down
said-
and be 40.
And they say as far as well, they were talking about the stress level.
Yeah.
It is.
For trucking.
It is.
But he was explaining
Phone is
that you make
stressful.
80 decisions every minute, and I'm thinking,
That's
am I
probably
thinking
true.
about that many places to go eat?
oh
Get
yeah.
off here.
Or yeah.
But
I thought that was pretty wild, though. I mean, it was some kind of statistic that they
my daughter,
researched or did.
my daughter just started driving from store to store because she's a regional manager for Myers, and she come up and she says, "I didn't understand how bad your job is until I get out here every day and have to, and just in a car, drive hundreds of miles every day to see how tiring I am. I get home at 5 o'clock and I'm exhausted."
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah.
So part of the reason I'm so tired at night is driving from building to building, town to town to town. I mean, I might drive 40 minutes just to walk 2 buildings and drive 40 minutes to, it just, it's a lot of driving in a night. So even cleaning techs, a lot of cleaning companies can't keep their cleaning techs because of the driving, because they don't get paid for a lot of that driving.
Yep.
Like whereas you go, you clock in, you get paid for the whole time.
Well, that's because they're paid by the hour.
There's
very few trucking companies out there that get paid by the hour.
Don't give Dave started.
This is one of my topics. I'm trying to get companies to do it because
Never gonna happen.
Back in the day, they couldn't control it. Now we live by that little stupid tablet on the dash. They know when I'm doing it, what I'm doing it, who I'm doing it with, and if I could use a bucket, dressed or not. They still
You say
know.
little, but mine's 11 inches now.
Yeah, I know.
I got a plasma TV hanging off my dashboard now, and that's the smallest they come, I guess, nowadays.
So it's crazy. So, and like Bill says companies are not ready to pay because
there's pros and cons to it. There's the pros are of a driver yourself. you get paid by the hour, you shouldn't be in a hurry. You shouldn't get speeding
Right.
tickets. You're going to be more cautious.
You mean
You're gonna,
safety will be factored into that?
the safety and
Wow.
inspections, you're going to take your time and do it right instead of being rushed because you're not trying to beat a deadline or a time. But the cons, how many guys are going to pull over, take a nap, and still go?
Doesn't matter. The log shows you can deduct it.
Well, no, but I'm saying you're just
Yeah.
screwing off on purpose. To
It
stretch
doesn't
the time
matter.
out.
The company control it. It's not 1970 no more.
yeah.
You know, they can control
But yeah,
all
there's
this.
there's lots of pros
Well,
and
you can
cons
control
on
it way better than I can. I mean, if somebody finishes a build, like if I have a building bid for 2 hours and they're supposed to be there for 2 hours, but they get done in an hour and a half for whatever reason because it's just not that bad that night, employees will stand clock watch and take their 2 hours. There's no way I can actually tell if they're doing that or not.
Right.
But what you're saying, Dave, is
Oh,
the computer keeps track of everything.
it
so
knows if I'm moving, sitting still.
sit
It
still,
knows if
going
I'm
55, 75. Yeah, it
And
knows
half the
everything.
trucks look at the driver. Is he sitting in the seat? Is he back
Well-
in the back using a bucket? You know.
Oh, my goodness.
We're not that way, our company, but there are a lot of companies. So, but the companies don't
Well,
want to
I don't
pay.
know. They call Bill and tell him to quit.
Only one.
I think companies
Put tape over
believe.
it, buddy. Put tape over it.
I think these companies believe that they will not get the same value per hour out of every driver, and I think well, they know they don't have to do that, and so they don't.
Well,
Well,
there's
I want to
also
drive for you guys.
and there's also a federal law right now that truck drivers do not have to get paid overtime.
Yeah,
Straight time only. But if you look at a company that goes, all right, here, drivers, I'm going to pay you by the hour. If you get a breakdown, I'm not going to penalize you for you being broke down. If the weather's bad, I'm not going to penalize you. If you sit at the shipper for 4 hours, I'm not going to penalize you. But everybody else in that scenario, the plow guys, the mechanics, the brokers, the company, everybody gets paid. You're the one that don't get paid, and that's not the fair part. So, but
Yep. We up against the break yet, Bill?
we're well past that break, brother.
Yeah.
Let's go on ahead and take a break.
We'll be right back.
Quick commercial break. Be right back, folks. And we're back.
Ooh, that was a long
That's-
year.
Yeah.
I was able to run to the bathroom for that one. Thank you. Put Led Zeppelin on Stairway to Heaven. and I
You
can go
just
take
sat there in your Depends. Don't lie.
We got to figure that out. That just feels so awkward on a live stream to do that whole cutting away for a few seconds. It makes sense on the audio only version, but it just feels awkward on this live stream. I'll have to do some
I
thinking.
know it because they
Yeah.
can. We
We'll
should be
tweak
able
it
to
here.
pause that. Well, we're gonna insert a commercial here pretty soon.
Yeah. Well,
Every platform's got different rules as to how you can insert ads. YouTube, you really have no, unless it's something you're reading online yourself.
Welcome to the trucking industry.
Well,
Everybody's got
this
their
is
own
the-
rules.
The media industry, all these platforms, they all have their own thing. You know, if they're not making any money at it, which goes back to what we were talking about with the trucking companies. I think the companies do not see an incentive for them to pay drivers for things where for things that help us out. I feel like whenever it's something that that helps us out, what am I trying to say here? If it only helps the driver, or arguably only helps the driver, I don't
Company
see it.
don't see a benefit.
Yeah,
I know what you
they
mean.
don't see a benefit in it.
Well, like
And-
like one guy here on the post says, "Hell, half today is paperwork." And yeah, we're supposed to be a paperless company, and you do on some of these jobs. You got to keep up. Well, with us, there's all kinds of different paperwork on whatever job you're on. So
well, let's see. We got here a little topic to discuss, and everybody has input on this. I'll tell you right now. We're
sure, it's
talking
not
about.
output.
Well, it could be. We're going to talk about truck stop restrooms. Okay.
oh, let's.
Yeah. Well, me and Dave was speaking earlier, and I said, "Do you remember the TAs back in the early '90s? Those TAs, and well, I don't think it was Petros, just TAs. And you go in a bathroom, there would be a bathroom attendant. It'd usually be an older black gentleman, older white gentleman, and had on the white smock with the pockets on the front. And he would give you fresh paper towels are right there, but you wash your hands. He'd hand you paper towels, give you a little aftershave if you wanted it. There was mints, and when you were done, he would clean up the counter and make sure it wasn't wet. No, when you were done, make sure the bathroom stalls were always clean every time you went in. And he had a little tip jar there. Do you remember that at all, Bill?
No.
Really?
Not at any TAs I ever went to.
Yeah. They were like immaculate back in the day.
They might have been a little cleaner, yeah, because they were a lot newer. I don't remember.
Them having an actual bathroom attendant. And
I don't remember the attendant.
I ever went into, I'm like, what is going on here? So
we have our own bathroom attendant.
No, it's just somebody that never leaves.
Well, here it says several sources rate Buc-ee's, which I don't consider that a truck stop. But tit for tat. Anyway. A Texas
can't park your truck there. It's not a truck stop.
Right. Well, you can't even go there.
I've never been because I've taken the stance against it because of the whole they won't let trucks park there.
Well, that makes one out of the four of us.
I've never been, and my son takes pictures. He stops,
I won't go there, but it's not because of that.
Tell them why.
Because the SOBs wouldn't sell me brisket at 10:30 in the morning.
Okay, clarify. They wouldn't sell him a whole brisket.
Well, anyways, tip for tat.
Well, my stance is, as a kid, I used to ride with my dad in his truck, and so I understood how hard it was for him to have to park, walk, and then as a kid have to do it with him. So I can't. Yeah. But no, they won't let truckers park. I won't go.
Anyways, this here says Texas-based convenience store chain is having the cleanest truck stop bathrooms. Quick Trip, also based in Oklahoma, is another highly rated chain known for clean bathrooms, especially in the Midwest. Wawa is frequently praised for its clean facilities on the East Coast. I didn't realize Wawa was.
I don't think I've heard of it.
They're just a Wawa's got the best food. Oh my god,
we have one.
We got one in Indiana now.
The top chains for clean bathrooms.
It
says Buc-ee's, known for their large, clean bathrooms. They're favorites for road trips, according to Southern Living says. Quick Trip consistently receives high ratings for bathroom cleanliness, especially in the Midwest. Wawa, popular on the East Coast for clean bathrooms. Chevron, notably praised for its clean restrooms in various states. Cumberland Farms, never heard of them. Another East Coast chain with top-ranking bathrooms and other notable chains. Maverick. Have you heard of Maverick? Any of you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Flatbed Company.
Are they South?
Flatbed Company. No. Best restroom title for 2024.
Oh, okay. So you're not talking about. Okay.
No, it's an actual chain.
Okay.
Love's Travel Stop continues to invest in restroom upgrades and cleaning. Quick Trip, highly rated chain by truck drivers. Flying J, another one.
Loves.
Yeah. Roadies.
I don't like.
Awarded pristine latrine. Pristine latrine.
What's the brother ones called?
Sap Brothers.
I've had good luck there.
Sap's usually pretty decent.
I don't know what Flying J's are great for like the first year after they open,
or they have a remodel.
Yeah, that's.
Anyway, what are your thoughts on the best restrooms you've been to on the road during your travels, and why? What do you look for in a restroom on the road besides the number one being clean? And I'll see what the gang has to say about this. I got some pictures on here of a few facilities. I was nice. I didn't get the real nasty ones. But I was going to say, attention, water bottles left in bathroom stalls have went down 90%, and feet washing in the sinks down 85%. Hey,
that means cutting holes in the bottom of a Cascadia and pooping out the hole has gone up 90%.
Oh, no, how many drivers lost their license for not being able to speak English? That's
this is doggone. I know nothing.
But anyway, so what has been the one? That you like frequent, I guess.
So, as a person that gave up completely and just started using a bucket,
Bill's Travel Plaza 101, back of a Kenworth.
Yeah, it just. I have to already be in the building and have to go so bad that I can't make it out to my truck.
Let's go stink the truck up a little bit.
No, you got to deal with it right away, or else it will stink it up. And it's just my space anyway.
Gross.
MySpace.
But
Well,
you know what? You
years
say
ago.
gross, but it is because of the abhorrent conditions that most of these restrooms are left in. And I'll hand it to the truck stops. You would have to have somebody stationed in there literally around the clock cleaning these bathrooms. As soon as you get done with the end stall, start back at the beginning, because it's just a nonstop. Especially the big chain places like the Loves and the Pilots. People go in there, and some of them it's because they have bad habits. Some of them is because they just can't. They just couldn't make it in time, and
Well, we've all had. I'm sorry. Everybody's ass knows how far they are from a toilet.
I think most asses have probably underestimated. But I digress.
We talked
So,
about
so Bill's favorite is his truck. Dave, what is your favorite place?
I don't have a particular favorite place.
because he uses a bucket too. He
I
just doesn't
use
want to admit it.
I use a bucket half the time, but also something else that comes up a lot is why did all the shippers in the world lock the door at the dock and say no
No bathroom.
public bathroom? And we had a guy we talked to this week on Sirius XM that brought this. We had this conversation, and somebody texted or wrote in and said the drivers would go in and tear the bathrooms up after the person loading made them sit there anywhere from 3 to 6 hours. So they would get pissed off and go in and bust the toilets up, break the sinks off and stuff, is what we were told this week. So there we lost the benefit just because you were being a dick. Excuse my language.
Oh yeah, but they just screws the next driver. I mean, yeah. I don't
That's
understand
outright vandalism. I think, like this picture you got here of all the toilet paper laying on the side.
You just do the old days, throw the cherry bomb down the toilet, flush it, and get the hell out of there.
Yeah, never hurt nobody.
So Malia, you live this life. We just deal with it. You're at the other end. What is your biggest gripe about it?
Most places use sanitizer and not disinfectant. And so the buildup that you see and feel in a restroom is because they're using improper chemical. And so they're smearing germs on top of germs on top of germs and nastiness on top of nastiness
Lovely.
instead of using a disinfectant. So an actual disinfectant kills all of that and removes all of that. And most places use a sanitizer. So if places would make that one switch, their cleaning people would be actually doing their job. They would be doing their job. Part of the problem with cleaning is if you don't have the right chemical, the cleaning tech isn't going to clean because it's not doing anything. It's like, why wipe the mirror if it's not removing anything, or why wipe the toilet if it's not doing anything, type of thing. And so it's counterproductive. If they would switch to a disinfectant right now, they would see improvement in the restrooms across the board. And it's because it kills bacteria, germs, flu, COVID, you name it.
Bill's going to go to the
Disinfectant.
truck stop every time now and ask for the manager and say, "Do you disinfect?"
You
Or
just
you-
freaked
Well,
him out.
because I'm in the cleaning industry, I actually do carry a small bottle with me wherever when I travel.
No, I mean it when I tell you, Steve. I gave the hell up.
But because you guys are talking about this, one of my common places to quickly go pee is I just pull off a exit and open my truck door and just squat next to my truck.
That's called kicking a tire.
No,
But-
that's called, for her, it's called a mud flap.
I asked for
yeah.
this for Christmas. It's called because you guys are talking about this, it's called a Venus to Mars. Here. It comes in
Oh,
this
do
pouch.
tell.
A little funnel.
It comes in, yes, and this is what the funnel looks like. I haven't used it.
And you can make one of them out of a milk jug.
And I
Sharp
was
corners, sensitive down there.
like, no, it's not sharp. It's all
No, the milk jug.
Milk
he
jug
wants you to
would
do.
be.
Dave,
But
Dave,
now
the
that I
problem
found
is,
it, I'm going to be putting this in my truck, and you'll be.
I
seeing
haven't
me
been able to
standing.
figure out how to get the poop to go through that.
Oh, jeez.
So
Usually-
why is it taking this long to invent one of those? Honestly,
These? I
yeah,
have no idea.
I've only seen those in the last few years, and that is
You
that
could
is
use
egregious.
it for a funnel to put oil in your truck too. Hell,
Yeah, it's dual purpose.
cop pulls you over, say, "I'm just checking oil." No
That's
indecent
funny.
exposure whatsoever.
See, women do get to use the zipper on the front of jeans now.
They can.
Oh,
And
dude.
that's why I'm showing this, because if there's a trucker out there who doesn't have one and she has to use a
Lift that up
Bottle.
one more time. Leah.
bottle,
Hold on.
I'm
You hold it
loving it.
straight out. Does it fall down?
Venus
Leah.
to Mars.
No.
So-
Hold it straight out this way.
This way? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Can you
pretty-
write your
Hold-
name?
Turned over. Turned over.
I got to tell you, that's a small opening at the bottom. I've known
for
one or
sure
two
it'd
women
go
that could
like
probably fill that up faster than it could
What?
drain out.
I thought for sure it'd go.
So you know some women that like cows pissing on flat rocks? What you're saying?
Yeah, they they could fill that sucker up quick. Oh my goodness.
That's how
Well,
they used to wash their feet, wasn't it?
Yeah, because you guys know those stall doors. Don't they feel grimy at most places?
Oh,
The
everything
bathroom door.
feels grimy.
It's-
the wall,
yeah.
walking in there, everything.
Because they use a sanitizer. And that's
Yeah.
my biggest complaint in the cleaning industry is so many places use sanitizer and it makes germs and stuff resistant. And so think about taking medicine and how it makes, this, builds up the resistance. Well, it's the same thing with sanitizer. You're building up the resistance to the flu or this or that or whatever because you're just smearing it around. You're not actually doing anything with it. During COVID, that was my hardest thing was people tell me to put a mask on when they weren't killing the problem. It's like, you're not killing what's going to kill me. So why in the heck am I going to strap it to my face? I don't think so.
Well, did you see the comment on here for you?
Yeah.
No.
You need to.
It says,
Which end do you
Richie,
use?
Richie asked, does it go in or does it point down?
he's confused. He needs
thought it was like one of them
he needs a
cornucopia
demonstration. He
Who
needs
is this, Richie?
he needs a step by step.
Is this my Canada buddy?
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
Oh,
We're getting
Well,
towards the end here.
yeah.
I
It's a
have
lip cup.
on our show notes here.
It's like,
Perfect. Show's over. Get out.
drop the
those
mic.
lips. There's your title, lip cup. Leah
There it
shows
is.
her.
Hold on.
Leah
Let me get my,
shows her
where
lip
the
cup.
fuck is my pen?
I show my lip cup.
That one don't work.
If you get on our show on the show notes and stuff here, well hell, let me try and see if we can. Where is it? Screen share.
I'm going to post it right on the talk as we're doing it, Steve.
Boom. Trying to see what this is. There it is, right there.
I don't know
Right
what you're talking
here.
about. So, okay. There.
Oh,
yeah,
looky
yeah.
there. Steve did it. All right.
Yes, sir, boys. Bonehead Truckers Car and Truck Show, Calhoun, Georgia, June 13th and 14th. Bonehead Trucker is supposed to be there. Trucking Sense,
I want to see
Clutch
Porter where my lip
Trucker, Redneck Trucker, Three Fat Truckers. That's going to be me and Malia. DZ Melts, The Haunted Hilltop, Doug Yates Towing, Bull Snot, TRC Freight,
They actually
and many
listed us
more.
there.
Yeah.
What's that?
They listed us there. I don't have my glasses on. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And I got on here. We're trying to help out a trucker whose
I
career
can
was
see
cut
it.
short by some major medical issues. A fundraiser is being done with this show, and a GoFundMe page is in place to take any donations who can give. This is Charles Paris. There's a picture of him here at the bottom with his two little girls.
And he'll be there, right?
I don't know if he's going to be there or not. He's got.
Not
He's a
doing
fellow
well.
trucker, yeah, or well, until he had some major health issues while on the road. He has such issues like kidney failure, temporary loss of vision, brain damage, congestive heart failure, and this ended his career early. So let's try and help a fellow driver out and donate what you can. Thank you and God bless. There's a link here on here for the GoFundMe page.
I just sent it on the chat thing, so anybody
You're
can
so
just tag it.
welcome to
That'll
bring
work.
Bonehead cupcakes too, even though his birthday's over. Just
Yeah.
go
Oh
ahead.
yeah, we'll pick some up.
I would
These
love
show
to
notes
smash
will
on
be
his
on the.
face.
They'll be on the website too as soon as I get some of the editing done for this. So,
But even if you can give it, I'm not gonna scream and cry, give money, give money, give money. But you think about it. If everybody can give $1, 1,000 people give $1, that's $1,000. Anything to help this guy out.
Yeah.
Because he's needing money for medical bills, but he's needing money for day-to-day living right now too. Because he,
Hey,
went from making money to none now.
I know we're good for at least $34 because we got 34 listeners. So come on.
$34.99. So, and like I said,
I'll be there giving kisses.
me and Malia
Kiss
get
for a
down
dollar,
there to
kiss
the
for a
show.
dollar.
Kissing booth.
I'm gonna see how many T-shirts I got left, and whatever we can get sold out
I
of
better
them, I'm
bring
gonna
that red
donate it all
lipstick.
to the thing here. So,
right on.
but
Red
All right,
lips
well.
right on your cheeks.
yep. So we'll be there. We'll be there Saturday. I ain't gonna be there Friday. I gotta work.
Yeah,
So since we're
that's
promoting
when I was home.
the week after the truck show, we're going to also be up in Goshen that week. Well, we will be
2
home.
weeks after that
Yeah,
one.
I'll be there for that one if you can believe it.
yeah, we're all going to go up to that one and
Yeah,
Do they-
I won't
do they
until
have
I
a-
see it.
Do they have ice cream up there?
free.
Oh, I can't
I'm
wait.
bringing my own
Free.
spoon bowl.
Free.
I'm bringing my ice cream eating
And if
spoon.
you're looking for Bill, look for red shirt, not a gray shirt, because he's probably gonna have red.
I will have
We'll
a
have a
3
color.
Fat Trucker shirt on.
Oh, you'll
Thank you very
definitely
much.
see
There we
him
go.
then.
Well,
I will.
this
And I just talked to Thomas earlier to see if he was going to be up there with Clean Fire, and he will not be there.
he won't be, but the representatives that he has in
from Pennsylvania.
will be
Thomas still needs to mail me some stuff. So since you brought his name up,
message him.
I'm gonna
there. Yeah, and this
give him a
show,
little shout out here that I want that stuff mailed.
this show we're doing up in Goshen is called The Blessing of the Truck, and 3 Fat Truckers we're gonna go up. I wanted to do a little bit more during the show, and they've got everything covered. So I volunteered us to cook them food, and we're gonna take food up Friday night
gonna
while
let
they're
us touch
setting
the
up.
meat.
Yep. And we're going to serve them all some dinner, hot dinner, just because they
Meat.
do. This is a excellent. Well, I think we're going to do a meat and a side, and I don't know what side yet,
Yeah.
but we're going to throw them the love out there. This is a good 100 plus truck show. They have activities for kids. They have activities for adults. They have a giveaway.
That's why Bill's going. I got activities
The
for him.
food is free. They're giving away pulled pork and barbecue chicken.
Well, that
There'll be
little train
sides.
ride they give, I'm going to be
Yeah,
on that.
the
I want to
barrel-
go.
The barrel rides in the wagon. Yep. I want the lopsided hay wagon where they welded the wheels all crooked. That one's pretty fun on the logs. And so this
You
is a
can
nice
ride
one.
it too.
Yep.
Richie,
Like all you
Richie
guys are.
says his dollar is only worth 73 cents American.
Hey, we'll take it.
I said, we'll take it.
All right, kids, we got to wrap it up. That's our
half
show.
a kiss though. That's only about like half a kiss though. That's only like bottom lip.
I don't, you need to start doing a kissing booth for $5. We could there we go.
Okay,
lips.
so check us
Roll
out on
it
the
out.
socials, folks. We are everywhere. We're going to be streaming live every Saturday at 7 p.m. If you can't catch that, the show will drop on YouTube 3 o'clock p.m. on Eastern time, U.S. Eastern time on Sunday. Email the show at 3ftpodcast.org. Hit us up on all the socials. We're everywhere. X, Facebook, mostly Facebook. Show lives and dies on Facebook. Mostly
TikTok
dies.
is blowing up.
TikTok is blown up, but you know what? I can't get signed in, so fuck them. Yeah. We will see everybody next week. Until then, I've been Bill.
And this is your social networking queen, Dave.
Queen.
Hey, guys.
You got that right, didn't he? Yeah. This has been the girl, Malia.
When you see him next, paint his nails.
Oh,
This has been
yes.
Steve. Have a safe, wonderful week.
See you later,
Bye.
folks.